I finally got figured out what's wrong with my voice. I have, what? Well, I was starting to edit this video and went to go import all the GoPro footage, and it's gone. I don't know where it went, how it got deleted, what happened, but it's not on the SD card, it's not in my computer, it's just disappeared. And I know it recorded it because I watched some of it back, and now it's gone. So that's a major bummer for the video. But what are we going to do? So at least hopefully you guys can take some of this insight. Oh, it's frustrating. I have a lot more venison than I thought I did. That is quite a lot of meat. Yeah, so if you didn't watch the last video, what I decided that I'm going to do is take the venison, grind it up. I got dehydrator up there. And I'm going to basically make venison jerky, but for the dogs. Because this venison, you can tell discoloration and stuff. It's been freezer burnt and in the chest freezer, the deep freezer, for about 2 years now. And it's just freezer burnt. It's just crappy roasts that I had left over, scraps that I was going to originally make jerky with that I never got around to, so instead of wasting it, I'm at least going to let the dogs have it as a treat, and it's something that they can eat every single day. Like, it's not a treat that's just for special occasions. They can eat it every single day. So I kind of came up with this idea because I didn't want to waste it, but I also saw some stuff online about like people making full-on dog food with venison and everything. I'm not getting that fancy. Not getting that fancy. I'm not going to grind it up, dry it out, dehydrate it, put it in their kibble, like stuff like that. Like, no, we're just going to grind it up and make dog treats for them. That's going to be the easiest thing that we can do. Otherwise, people are doing it, mixing it with like rice and vegetables and stuff like that. Like, it's a treat. It's just going to be a treat. So I was going to do this all out in the barn, but I actually feel very under the weather right now. So I'm going to get this stuff ground up tonight. It's Monday. Get it ground up tonight, and I just realized I don't even have one of the little jerky guns, so probably get one of those tomorrow from Menards or Fleet Farm or Cabela's or something like that. They're not that expensive. So I'll get something like that tomorrow, and then we'll dehydrate all the treats tomorrow and see how it turns out. I'm sure the dogs are going to like it because it's food, and you don't just want to give this to them raw. So you definitely want to cook it somehow, whether it's dehydrating it or cooking it. But I'm going to get Odin put to bed here because it's 8 o'clock at night. Then I'm going to get to grinding meat for the next 2 hours until it's bedtime. So we'll set you guys up on the GoPro and we'll grind away. That's a whole lot of meat. I was going to double grind it, as I'm sure some of you might have saw, but probably didn't see because when I set the time lapse up on the GoPro, I had it in 5-minute intervals. Well, it took me about a half an hour, so yeah, it wasn't a very long one. But I got about 40 pounds of ground venison here. I was gonna double grind it and like make it smooth, and like you can see some of the more fatty parts and some of the more meaty parts. I was gonna mix that all together, but it's dog treats. Like, I'm not gonna eat these things. The dogs don't care what it looks like, how much fat's in one, how much beef or how much venison is in the other. So just let it as it is. It's only 8:30 right now, but I'm exhausted. I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to go to bed and try and kick whatever the sickness is, because it's kicking my butt right now. It is the next day, and I definitely didn't get any better through sleeping. I still feel like absolute crud. Got like a 101 to 102 fever. It's actually gone down quite a bit today. I slept in until like 10:30 today. So it's sleeping definitely helped. I still feel like crap. My body hurts, but I'm at home. I'm not going to get one of those jerky guns or jerky extruders just because I'm sick and I don't feel like doing it. So We're gonna do it the old school way and get some parchment paper and just roll out the jerky and put it in the dehydrator. I got this dehydrator. It's not bad. I mean, it works pretty good. It's got nine racks in it. It's pretty decent size. So it should do quite a bit. But I mean, I have 40 pounds, almost 40 pounds of ground beef or ground venison, so it's not going to do it all at once, but I'll at least show you guys what it looks like in the video, how to make it, kind of what my plan is with it. But you got to think dehydrating takes at least 2 hours. I mean, with it being full, it's probably going to take closer to 4 hours. And depending on how thick I do it, how much effort I feel like putting into it, is how long it's going to take to cook too. So, video is not turning out exactly how I wanted it to, because I got sick, but I got to stick to my schedule, I got to stick to my regimen. So I'm going to work on getting this first tub. That's all our Christmas stuff. Yeah, so that's how you know I'm sick. I haven't put anything away yet. I got to work on this first tub, get that all rolled out, and I'll show you how to do it and everything too before we go into the time lapse of me doing it. I'm going to get everything set up here, get ready to go, and I'm going to show you exactly what I got going on here. So now that I've got everything set up, it's actually really simple. Here's a piece of parchment paper. You take like 1/4 pound or so, half a pound of ground beef or ground whatever meat you have. Place it on there. Take another sheet of parchment paper, put it over the top of it, and then just roll it out. You want to do like 1/4 inch thick, 1/4 inch to just under 1/4 inch thick. 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch is kind of like what I've always done and always been told. And yeah, it's just really self-explanatory. It takes longer doing it this way because you can only do so much at once. Like, it's way easier just putting it in the little tube thing for the gun, and then just, it's like a cock gun. You just kind of squeeze the trigger and it just extrudes it out of there. But I'll set you guys up, try to find somewhere to set you up and show you at least like the first little process of how this works. It's pretty simple. Just take some ground meat, whatever you have, place it on there. I'm going to do a little bit extra just because I'm impatient and I don't feel good and I don't want to do this all day long. And you set that on there. I'll kind of flatten it out by hand a little bit first. And then yeah, just take rolling pin and just start spreading it out. Then you just peel back one of the top layers. Now come grab it quick so you can see. If everything works out, sorry about that y'all, the battery died. What I was showing you, so once you get it all rolled out, it should be about this thick. Like we're 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch in some spots. But you don't want it super thick. Like I'm really thin in the middle, so I'll probably just cut it in half right here. And then use these sides as like the main jerky sides. Boom. And then just kind of score it. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a process. It's a lot easier if you have the actual jerky gun, because then you can just grab your trays, you fill up the jerky gun, it's got like a tube on it and a little trigger, and you fill up your jerky gun and you just squirt it onto here. Way easier. But I am not going to the store. I'm sweating right now and I'm not doing anything, so that should explain how I feel right now. So got the dehydrator full. You can see we got all 9 racks full up. And that was about half of one of the tubs. So I could do that 4 more times. Or I can wait until tomorrow, buy one of those jerky extruders and make it go way faster. And it's more efficient too, because like you can see, I'll show you here, hold on. You can see on these racks, like they don't get filled all the way up, just because weird shapes and everything like that. So if you get one of those extruders, you can fit more per rack, and it ends up being more space efficient and everything like that, so you can fit more in here. Like, I'm willing to bet if I had one of those extruders, I would have gone through that entire tub and filled up the dehydrator. So I'm gonna get it turned on here. We're gonna turn our temp to 160. I'm gonna turn our timer down from 10 hours. So I'm gonna start it at 2.5 hours, and then I'm gonna check it every 2 hours from there. It's probably gonna end up taking 4 hours would be my guess. But at 2.5 hours, and like I said, I'm not too worried about it being overdone because they're dog treats. So normally I would check it every 2 hours. And then once we start getting to that like 4 hour mark, I'm checking it every hour, half hour, somewhere in there. But we're just gonna do 2.5 hours off the bat. And we'll check it every 2 hours because it gets overdone and it gets kind of brittle. I don't care. It's just gonna be easier for the dogs to eat. So started out at 2.5 hours at 160. See how it goes from there. Well, I finally figured out what's wrong with me and why I'm feeling so under the weather. Turns out I got strep throat, which is fun. It sucks, it's horrible. I hate it. But I'm gonna get on antibiotics today, so we'll be good. We'll be good, start healing here. Bright news, the jerky's done. So we're gonna break this all up. See, I got my little score marks in there. I'm gonna get that all broke up and get it put into the old treat bowl. And they're gonna have some puppy dog treats. We're gonna see if they like it at all. And like, some pieces are definitely dry and brittle, which is fine. Like I said, I don't care. Like these little pieces are dry and brittle, but a lot of this is still decent little jerky meat. But I'm gonna get this stuff all broke up, put in, and we'll show you the final haul after just one go around with the dehydrator, and give you an example of how much this is actually gonna end up making. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. It's not a bad little treat. The dogs absolutely love it. I put some in their food this morning, and I also gave them about 4 of them a piece already. So bought half of this big rawhide bag. So about a half a pound. And which, I mean, half a pound, that's probably more like a pound. I don't know, I guess I could measure it and weigh it out, but it's a lot. It's that much. So now we got this guy empty. I'm gonna repeat this today. It took about 4.5 hours for everything to get dehydrated today, or last night. So I'm gonna go back through this whole process again and keep doing this until we're out of ground venison. I might try some other different things and do like little nuggets so that I can put it in their food for them in the mornings, just like a scoop of that, scoop of the nuggets, and then that would just mix it in, and it'll be a real good extra meaty protein for the dogs. I'm gonna stop talking though because my voice hurts really bad. I'm sorry that I know this vlog didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I'm sure it didn't turn out the way you guys wanted it to. But I'm trying. Still getting the vlogs out because throat hurts. It's hard to talk. Hard to actually have motivation to do just about anything right now. So I think I'm just gonna sit, chill, and make some jerky the rest of the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn that notification bell on. We got more stuff coming down the pipeline. Hopefully I'll be feeling better, so it'll be a little bit better content for you. I also just learned on this road to the YouTube Partner Program that they actually changed the requirements recently. So October 28th, I believe is what I saw. They changed the requirements to, it is no longer 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a year. It is 3,000 watch hours in a year and only 500 subscribers. So that's huge. That's huge for me. That means I'm only about 150 subscribers away from hitting the subscriber monetization. I still need about 1,600 more watch hours in a year, which I'm hoping to hit it this year, but we're in the month of December already, so if not, that's fine. We'll start fresh next year, get some new watch time, get everybody in, and go from there. So the voice is starting to go more, guys. Throat's starting to hurt more. I'm going to put the camera away. Don't forget, live light, enjoy your time, and I will see you guys on the next video.